So like I was saying, I think we need to go over.
Okay. You do that dorky thing you did a few seconds ago.
What? Hi. Okay, we're live. We have 5 things we want to talk about. It's all over the place. We don't really know what to name this vlog.
It was kind of your original thing was the questions from the live stream.
Yeah, but then live steam.
Oh, but let's not pick on my spelling. Let's just please be nice.
Well, live steam versus live stream.
As hard as that can be for you.
2 different stories here.
Okay.
First one we want to talk about is property taxes.
Yeah, that was someone asked us about that. So we're talking about property taxes.
And I can't really tell you why. I was just pleasantly surprised that when we lived in California, you pay 1% of what the mortgage is, the current mortgage is.
No, not the mortgage, the selling price of the house.
Yeah, what's the mortgage? The monthly payment?
Well, your mortgage is what you borrowed, not how much you borrowed. You may have paid cash.
Oh,
so if you pay,
if you
put 20% down, it's still going to be higher.
So if it's a $400,000 house, you're going to pay $400 a month.
Mm-hmm. So that's the way California works. I really didn't. Probably wasn't the smartest thing to move here without researching what property taxes were like.
Well, I knew that was low. I heard that was low. See, we're. Oh, look at that sign behind us.
So, anyway, we gambled on that and it worked out.
It's half the price of what our
almost half
about
what we were paying.
Market price value of our house is. I thought it would be 1% of said market sale price. It was not. It was less than half.
Oh, it's even less. Okay, well, you paid the bill.
Yeah, it's less than half. It's less than half. It's almost like 0.4%. I don't know how that 0.04%.
So anyway, pleasantly surprised on the property taxes.
Someone said something about that. I mentioned it on that awesome Facebook page I told you guys about before. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did it on the live stream. It said relocating to Henderson, Las Vegas, and I asked. I thought our property taxes would be 1% of what we paid, and someone said something about it's assessed from the days of the recession, and then it goes up from there every year or whatever. So I'm like, that's fine with me. So, booyah.
The arbitrary time to start it, but what the heck? Okay, next.
So, water company. Boom! You guys got a lawn. You want to get rid of it? Don't do what we did and do it and then call the water company. That sucked for us. Yeah. Only for the backyard. The front yard, we're still thinking about getting rid of the grass and go.
Oh, well, yeah. We put in the above ground pool, and I said, oh, well, they're going to get, I mean, as long as I'm digging up all the grass and making it level, I may as well make this part level because we're putting in fake grass and going to get reimbursed for that at $3 a foot from the water company because they're trying to get us to put in drought tolerant stuff and things like that. Anyway, so I started digging up all the grass that wasn't underneath the pool, and when I got here, when the water company came out, boom, no rebate for us because I dug it up.
I mean, it's still dead grass on there. It didn't. I mean, there was
a little bit of dead grass, but there was a good size section. Most of it was dead. There was a little tiny patch that was green, just because
there has to be a certain amount of footage too that they'll reimburse. It can't be a small
you have
patch.
To have, I think it's 400 square feet is the minimum.
Okay. So they looked in our front yard and they said, if you want to get rid of the front yard grass, we'll reimburse you $3 a square foot.
Right.
So that's not too bad.
About $3,000, but it's definitely going to cost more than that to rock the entire yard or whatever. So anyway, we're going to look into what we can do.
But we're just putting some fake artificial grass back here, and it's, I don't know, it's not that much money.
No, it's not that much, but I mean, it would have been nice to get the.
It would have been nice if we got paid.
Yeah.
I mean, we did it before we knew that, and now we know. So don't do what we did.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
Because we're right over there, back behind me. Hey, working in the heat. Early is best.
Yeah.
I know this is obvious.
It's pretty obvious, but, there's a couple, sometimes it starts out really hot. I mean, there are those weeks, days that's going to be that way where when you walk up and you walk out the front door first thing in the morning and it's really hot. But I found that at least this summer's running this way, that we have a window from from the time you wake up in the morning if you're an early riser, but you have till 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say 8
or
o'clock
9,
is when
8 or
I'm
9.
at the grocery store job and I'm outside in any time frame. It starts around 8 o'clock when I start having to go outside, and that's when it starts to heat up. But I'm there at 5 in the morning, and it's nice and cool, and the sun isn't out yet, and I see people walking their dogs around that time. I've seen people out by that sports park down the way playing baseball, and it's 4:45 a.m. when I'm on my way to work. So I'm like, whoa, people are playing that early. So that goes to the next.
So that's
I'm
but that's a
skipping
good
over
way
to-
to beat the heat. You can beat the heat if you're an early riser, and it's not too bad. So that's nice.
It is nice.
So
And then
something
probably
to
in
keep
the
in
late
mind.
evenings, if you're a night owl, you can do the same at night. But it stays hot for quite a while. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it cools down until maybe 9.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to sit outside last night, and I was trying to suck it up for the ambiance, and you're like, oh man, this sucks. Can we just go inside? Really?
Why are we doing this to
Yeah,
ourselves?
right. But that goes to this, walking your pets. Don't walk them during the day because their little feetsies are going to burn. They do have booties for them. I've seen them at the store. People have like these little rubber socks that they put on their dogs.
But yeah, if you're walking your dog, you'll be prepared. You can move here. And you have a dog that's used to getting out. It's going to want to get it out. You're going to want to get it out
In the mornings.
In the morning.
Because their
I'm
little
not sure
pads will
what you
burn.
do in the afternoon is that put booties on it or take it to a
Yeah, they
regular
have
park.
the little dog socks, and they don't mind wearing the dog
It's
socks.
just the pavement, the blacktop and the cement that gets so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's grass or something, artificial grass, by the way, if you do that, I found out, we're putting in
Doesn't get
artificial
hot?
grass. It gets very
Oh,
hot.
it gets very
They
hot.
have special
Oh.
grass that doesn't get hot for pets.
Oh,
So if you
interesting.
can afford that, we can't. We cannot afford
So
that.
they just crap in the house, right? Is that
Yeah.
basically- that's
They
how
do.
we roll up in here. I didn't realize that people call Henderson Hendertucky. Whatever, people. I like Henderson, so
So, that's only a few people. It's not
yeah.
everybody.
Someone told me about that. They're like, we really wanted to live in Henderson versus this other town, and they said this other town calls this town that. I'm like, whatever. I like Henderson because it's very, very friendly
Amen.
and down to earth, and nobody's trying to beat the Joneses up in here. So, last is the consistency of weather. Of course, we've only been here since end of March, mid-April, but I've also asked other people who've lived here for years, and it's consistently hot as hell right now. So hey, there is no cool down session, you know.
I haven't heard on the radio the last couple of days about an excessive heat warning like it was, but
But
last
when it
few
gets
days,
cold, it gets consistently cold.
that's what people are telling
So,
us.
like what we're used to in California, it would be like, oh, it's finally cooling down for a couple days, and it went back up to 102 degrees or whatever, and then it'd go back down again. Then it might rain, but it didn't consistently do that for long periods of time all year long. I'm sorry, I got annoyed with that. I want consistency. I remember people talking about how they bring out their winter clothes and they bring out their summer clothes, and you don't do that in California because it's the same damn weather all year long and it gets boring. Sorry,
not
it just
consistent.
does.
That is
So I'm
consistent.
consistently annoying, I guess.
You just totally undermined your argument.
I did?
Yeah, because
How?
then you said it's always the same, but then
Oh, it's always
not
the
always
same as in like it goes like roller coaster.
Okay.
Did you guys understand that?
This might be call for an edit. No, what
This is an unedited blog, by the way. It's
That's
almost
true.
feel like going
It is.
live
This is
without going
almost-
live.
It's almost like going live.
We're afraid
sort
to go
of.
live. If we
So,
go live,
anyway.
I ramble too much.
Anyway,
Worse than right now.
The weather here, it's been staying hot, and we with the exception maybe 1 or 2 days with a thunderstorm rose through.
Oh, with the monsoons, it gets
Mon-
a tiny
yeah.
little bit humid, but
Yeah.
it's still hot.
Yeah.
So gross. But then when it becomes winter, it's going to be consistently cold. It's not going to be like, oh, and now we have a hot spell again, and then it's going to be cold for a few days. It's going to stay cold, and then it'll...
That's what they tell us. So
That's
this will
what
be
they
our
tell
first
us.
winter. We'll find out. Hopefully, we'll know the truth.
So
we'll have our own perspective.
So for those who like actual seasons, and not that you're going to get fall leaves and snow, although we did get snow last year apparently for a day.
Yeah, darn it.
But that doesn't happen very often out
We
here.
missed it.
But it was cold. When we came out in December, it was cold. I was wearing a
it's
winter
darn cold.
jacket. Yeah. And you
Yeah.
came out the second time, it was cold, right? And it was raining.
It was cold and rainy. Yeah.
Yeah. So there. It was not cold in California. I don't recall.
No.
Yeah. I just like the changes.
Yep. So we have different seasons too.
At our
Stuff.
This is it. This is the end of our vlog. We really were trying to think real hard of something to talk about because we were running out of stuff to do, and so
that
got
would be
another one of those.
Please, if you have topics, comment down below. And
we're desperate.
A little bit.
I mean, I have ideas for vlogs.
We have lots of ideas for vlogs, like things to go out and do.
Yes, to do some historic ones, some haunted ones, some sad ones, but none of these kind, So it seems like you guys like these more.
When we're thinking about Henderson, because there's so many similarities between here and California as far as what you have and what.
As far as stores and stuff.
Stores.
Oh, okay.
And just the neighborhoods and everything. I mean, you really can't tell that much.
I feel like I went back in time when we moved here. This is what Orange County used to be like.
But I'm just saying. I mean, life is still life, and it's not that different.
But it's more affordable out here.
It's definitely more affordable.
You're not having to work your life off and never be home to enjoy your home. No, it's way better.
So anyway, we have lots of ideas for vlogs. Lots of ideas for vlogs, but not so much for Henderson vlogs. So if you want to help us out on that, that'd be great.
Yeah, if you guys have questions about moving out here, I highly recommend you ask us, and we'll answer them every way we try.
It might be completely wrong, but ask it anyway. We'll get a different.
Hey,
you get one person's perspective.
That's our perspective, and it's a positive perspective.
Two people's perspective.
I'm happy to move here.
Yeah, me too.
So,
happy to be in Henderson.
Yes. Happy and clueless in Henderson.
That's us.
And that's it. Thank you for watching, and we're out. Bye.